Hello, today we will be replacing the battery on the PlayStation 3 remote control. The tools that you will need is a small screwdriver and possibly a set of pliers to pull out a connection. First step to do is loosen the 5 screws on the back of the PlayStation 3 remote. One, 2, 3. Before you actually attempt to replace the battery, you may want to try out the reset screw. I'm replacing the battery on this remote control because it doesn't seem to take a charge and the battery lasts for about 10 minutes and then it dies. So, replace the battery. No, that one's all the way out, but it won't drop out. Okay. Still one screw in there. Now what I like to do is start at the front side here. Just pop it open. Now what you want to do is the triggers will get caught. So just one at a time. Push it up, put the trigger through. Push up, put the trigger through, pull the back off. And then there's the last screw. So 5 screws and the cover comes off. So here's the inside of the PlayStation 3 remote, and here's the battery that we want to replace. It's got 2 leads coming off it, and it connects into the main board right here. Typically can do is just take your fingernail and work it out a little bit. There you go. PlayStation 3 remote battery removed. And it is 3.7 volts, 570 milliamps, and the maximum charge you're going to want to have is a 4.2 volts. And this battery happens to be made in China. And on the back of it shows a place you can recycle the battery at. So that is removing the PlayStation 3 remote battery. And here is a couple spots where you can find a battery. It's up to you to choose which battery you buy. There are multiple batteries with different amperages. This one happens to have 570 milliamps, but there are 1800 and so on size batteries. It's up to you to choose what you want to use. I am just demonstrating how to remove it. So here are a couple pictures of websites where you might want to buy the battery at. Here are some batteries for the remote. You can find one on Radio Shack for $20, or you can find some cheaper ones on eBay. Most of them will come from China. It's up to you which one you decide, and I suggest checking the polarity of the wires coming out of the battery before you install, just to make sure that nothing has been wired wrong. You also might want to check your voltage through the battery. It's up to you, and now here's a part of the video on how to install the battery. Okay, now that you have a new battery, you're going to want to install the battery into your PlayStation 3 remote. So, what I like to do, a pair of pliers just to help me out a little bit. Just to get it started, use your fingernail, push the rest away to seat it. And what you want to do is you want to flip this battery over, and here are the holders for the battery. You just set it in there and just make sure the wire sits down nice and flat. Now the next step is to put the back of the controller on. Now same thing, you're going to want to have to work on this side first. Make sure the battery stays in there. Put it on, make sure the controllers fit through. The first step you want to do is make sure down here in front that the front lines up. Just like so. just like so. And back here, just pinch it together. And start off putting your screws in. So that is how you replace the battery in the PlayStation 3 remote. The next step is to charge your battery, because most of them just come with a small charge in them. And you may possibly have to hit the reset button, and then you may have to relink it to your PlayStation 3, which is the easiest way to do it, is to take a USB cord and plug it right straight into USB into the front of your PlayStation 3. Thanks for watching. And hopefully this saves some people money without having to buy another $55 controller. Thank you very much.